Hello and welcome to TD's Pokemon Lair. I'm TD and this is the Lair. Today we're unboxing another box of 10 Pokemon cards I got from PSA, professionally packaged. Let me get them out of here and let's see what grades I got. Alright, let's go. Check out this 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Lieutenant Surge Trainer, a first edition, the 101st card of this set. Looking at the front graphics of this card, I say they're very clean. There's no scratches, creases, bends, or any other damage. Our centering from left to right is a little bit towards the right. Centering from top to bottom, I think is slightly towards the bottom. Looking at our corners and our edges, I think they are free of any damage. The back of the card looks very clean. I don't see any damage like creases, bends, scratches, or any other stuff. Looking at our centering from left to right, it's a little bit towards the left. Centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom a little bit. Looking at our corners and our edges, I see some slight damage on that upper left corner and some damage on the right upper corner. And Lieutenant Surge is going to get a grade of Mint 9. That's nice. Let's look at this 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Misty, a trainer card, a first edition, the 102nd card of this set. Looking at the front of this card, the graphics are very bright and crisp. There's no scratches, creases, or bends on this card. Looking at our centering from top to bottom, it's a little towards the top. Left to right centering looks a little towards the right. And our corners and our edges, I think, are free of any damage. As we look to the back, you can see our centering from left to right is a little bit towards the left, and centering top to bottom is towards the top. Our surface shows no damage like creases, bends, or scratches, or any other predicaments. Looking at our corners and our edges, the upper left corner has some slight damage. And Misty's going to receive a grade of Mint 9. I like it. Here is a 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes No Removal Gym Trainer card, a first edition, the 103rd card of the set. Looking at the front of this card, I do not see any damage like creases, bends, or scratches. Our centering from left to right, I think, is within the tolerance. Centering from top to bottom, I think, is slightly towards the bottom. Looking at our corners and our edges, I think they are free and clean and have no damage. The back of the card looks pretty good. I don't see any creases, bends, scratches, or any other damage. Our centering from left to right looks a little to the left. Centering from top to bottom, I think looks like it's closer within the tolerances. Looking for any damage on our corners and our edges, I think that upper right corner has some slight damage. And with this trainer card, we're going to get a grade of Mint 9. I like it. We're looking at a 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Rockets Training Gym Trainer card, a first edition, the 104th card of this set. I like this card. I like that it's clean. There's no scratches, creases, or bends. Our centering from left to right, I think, is really close to tolerance. Our centering from top to bottom, I think, is slightly towards the bottom. I'm looking for any problems on our corners and edges. I do not see any damage. Looking to the back of the card, our surface is very clean. There's no problems on the graphics like creases, bends, or scratches. Our centering from top to bottom looks a little bit towards the bottom maybe, or really close to the spec. Left to right, I think it's a little towards the left. Looking at our corners and our edges, I think there's some very slight damage on the two lower corners. And we'll get a grade of Mint 9. That's pretty darn good. Let me show you this 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Blaine's Last Resort, a first edition trainer card, the 105th card of this set. The colors are very vibrant on the graphics of this card. There's no scratches, creases, or bends on the surface. Our centering from top to bottom is a little bit towards the bottom, and left to right, I think it's really close to the tolerance. Looking for any damage on the corners and edges, I did not find any damage. Looking to the back of the card, it's very clean with no creases, bends, scratches, or any other damage. Looking at our centering from left to right, it looks maybe slightly to the left, but really close to the tolerance. But our centering from top to bottom is definitely a little bit towards the top. Looking for any damage on our corners and our edges, I actually think these are pretty clean. There might be a little bit on that upper left corner. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9. I like it for an old card. You're looking at a 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Brock's Training Method, a trainer card, the first edition, the 106th card of this set. Looking at the front of this card is very clean. There's no scratches, creases, bends, or dirt. Our centering from left to right is a little bit to the left, and centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom a little bit. There is no damage to any of the edges or corners. Flipping the card over, our surface is very clean with no creases, bends, scratches, or dirt. Our centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom a little bit, and centering from left to right is a little bit towards the right. Looking at our corners and our edges, I think there might be a little damage on the upper left corner. And we'll get a grade of Mint 9. Awesome. This card is a 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Celadon City Gym, a first edition card, a trainer card. This one is the 107th card of the set. This is very clean. I don't see any problems on the surface like scratches, creases, bends, or dirt. Our centering from left to right is a little bit towards the right, and centering towards top to bottom looks a little towards the top. Looking at our corners and our edges, I think they are free of any damage. Looking to the back of the card, our surface is very clean without any damage to the graphics like creases, bends, or scratches. Our centering from left to right, I think, is close to the tolerance. Centering from top to bottom, maybe a little bit towards the top. Looking at our corners and our edges, that upper right corner has some slight damage. And this trainer card is going to get a grade of Mint 9. These old cards are doing well. Let's check out this 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Cerulean City Gym, a first edition trainer card, the 108th card of this set. This is very clean. The graphics are nice. There's no scratches, creases, or bends. Our centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom, and left to right is a little bit towards the left. And looking for any damage on our corners and our edges, I did not find any. As we look to the back of the card, our centering from left to right is a little bit towards the right, and centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom. Our surface shows no signs of any creases, bends, or scratches. Our corners and our edges look really clean. There might be a speck on that lower left corner. And we're going to get a good grade of Mint 9. That's really nice. We are looking at a 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Erica's Made Trainer card, a first edition, the number 109th card. Looking at the front of this card is very clean. The graphics are nice. There's no scratches, creases, or bends. Our centering from left to right is a little bit towards the right, and centering from top to bottom is quite a bit towards the bottom. Looking for any damage on our corners and edges, I think they are clean and free of any damage. Let's take a gander at the back of the card, and our surface shows no damage like creases, bends, scratches, or dirt. Our centering from left to right, I think, is slightly towards the left maybe, but really close to the tolerance. Our centering from top to bottom looks pretty close to the tolerances. Looking for any damage on our corners and our edges, I think they're pretty clean. Let's see what grade we get. Near Mint 8. Must have been the centering on the front that made it go down to an 8. Wow. I'm showing you this 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Erica's Perfume Trainer card, a first edition, the number 110th card of this set. The graphics are really clean. There's no problems on the surface of the card like scratches, creases, or bends. Our centering from top to bottom is towards the bottom. Centering from left to right is a little bit towards the... Actually, I think it's pretty close to the tolerance. And looking at our corners and our edges, I think those are very clean with no damage. As we take a look at the back of the card, our surface is very clean with no creases, bends, scratches, or any other damage. Our centering from top to bottom and left to right, I think it's all getting really close to the tolerances. And looking at our corners and our edges, the only thing I see is some slight damage on that upper right corner. And we're going to get a grade of Mint 9. Man, I like it a lot. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you liked the content and the video. Please like and subscribe. And always remember, you got to catch them all. Have a great, awesome day.